For many years, the galaxy believed humanity was gone. Earth had gone silent. No ships, no signals, no warnings, only darkness. Many alien races said humanity had finally fallen. Others said humans had run away. But no one truly knew the truth. Far from the known star lanes, a Zyrex scoutship floated quietly through deep space. Commander Thalen sat in his chair, watching empty screens. For months, he had searched for any signs of human activity. Every report said the same thing: humanity is finished. But that day, something changed. His sensor officer suddenly stood up. Commander, strange energy spike. Very powerful. Source is near Old Earth territory. Thalen frowned. That area is dead. Nothing should exist there, but the energy kept rising fast. Then space in front of them twisted like liquid. Light exploded outward. A huge golden shape began to appear. Alarms rang. The crew shouted. Palin's eyes widened. A massive warship exited the warp, bigger and brighter than anything in the Zyrex database. Its metal surface glowed with golden lines, pulsing like a living star. Its presence alone made the scoutship tremble. Then more ships appeared. Dozens, hundreds. All golden. All perfectly aligned, a formation only one species had ever used. Impossible, Thalen whispered. This is a human fleet. On his screen, text appeared automatically. Identified humanity Warfleet ACTIV. His crew panicked. Humans were destroyed. They cannot be back. But they were back. The flagship opened a wide broadcast. A calm human voice filled the bridge. Attention, galaxy. Earth never fell. Earth was preparing. Thalen felt his heart freeze. Humanity, the species everyone had counted out, had returned stronger than ever. And this time, the galaxy would not be ready. Commander Thalen stood frozen as the human broadcast continued. The calm voice was steady, confident, and powerful. It carried no fear, only certainty. Across the Zyrox scoutship, every officer stared at their screens. The massive golden fleet filled the view like a living wall of fire and metal. Each ship moved without hesitation, as if they had trained together for centuries. The human voice spoke again. We gave the galaxy time. We gave the galaxy a chance. Now we take back our future. Thalen swallowed. He had heard stories about humans brave, unpredictable, and impossible to control. But this was different. This voice sounded like a species that had grown far beyond anything the galaxy had ever seen. Commander, the sensor officer whispered, their energy levels. They are off the scale. Our scanners cannot even read half of it. Then something even more shocking happened. One of the smaller human ships broke formation and moved toward the Zyrex scout. It stopped only a few kilometers away. Its lights shifted from gold to soft blue. A message appeared. Request. Safe contact. Thalen didn't understand. They want to talk to us directly. Before he could answer, the human ship projected a hologram into his bridge. A human woman appeared tall.com, wearing a uniform of glowing gold threads. Her eyes were sharp, like she could see through every lie. Commander Thalen of the Zyrox Empire. She said gently, do not fear. We are not here to destroy you. His crew looked confused. The woman continued, but the galaxy is in danger. A far greater enemy is coming. Humanity prepared for them. The others did not. Thalen felt a cold chill run down his spine. Humans had not just returned. They had returned with a mission, and whatever was coming was far worse than anything the galaxy knew. The hologram of the human commander flickered softly in the Zyrex bridge. Commander Thalen tried to stay calm, but his hands trembled. No one had ever seen humans with this level of power, or this level of confidence. The human woman continued, her voice steady. For years, the galaxy believed humanity was finished. We allowed them to think that. Thalen felt the air tighten. Why would humans hide so long? She explained, we discovered a threat coming from beyond the galactic rim. A race older than anything you know, a race that consumes entire star systems. The Zyrex crew went silent. Even Thalen's heart skipped. A race? He asked. What race? Her eyes darkened. They are called the Voidborn. The name itself felt cold. like a whisper from a dead star. The human hologram continued. They destroyed advanced civilizations long before the Xyrox Empire even existed. They are returning now. We detected their movement while the rest of the galaxy argued about borders and power. Thalan understood. Humanity had disappeared because they were preparing for war. Massive war. Why tell us? Thalan asked quietly. Why reveal yourselves now? The woman looked directly at him. Because you saw us first. And because your empire will be the first to fall if you do nothing. Suddenly, the golden flagship behind her powered up. Huge panels unfolded, revealing a glowing weapon core that pulsed like a newborn star. Phalon stepped back. What? What is that? Humanity's first anti-void-born cannon, she answered. And this is only the prototype. His crew gasped. Humans had not just returned with ships. They had returned with weapons meant to fight monsters older than galaxies. And if the Voidborn were truly coming, then the galaxy needed humanity more than ever. Commander Thalan stood in shock as the golden human fleet glowed brighter, their engines humming like distant thunder. The human commander's hologram remained calm, but her eyes carried a warning. The Voidborn will reach your borders in less than one cycle, she said. If the Xyrex Empire stands alone, you will not survive. Thalan looked at his officers. Fear filled their faces. The Xyrex Empire was powerful, but not powerful enough to face something that destroyed star systems. But why help us? Thalan whispered. Humans do not owe us anything. The woman shook her head slowly. We are not helping you. We are recruiting you. The bridge fell silent. Humanity cannot fight the Voidborn alone. We built this fleet, trained in the dark, and prepared for years. But the enemy is larger than we expected. We need the galaxy united, or the galaxy ends. Thalan felt a heavy weight settle on his chest. The galaxy had always been divided, empires fighting empires, borders always shifting, peace never lasting. And now, this woman was asking for something impossible. Why me? He asked. Why start with some? Why not approach the stronger empires first? Her answer was simple. Because the Xyrox are stubborn, but honest. You do not lie about danger. You face it. Thalan lowered his head. She was right. Xyrex culture valued truth and courage. If they warned the galaxy, other empires would listen. Before he could speak, the golden flagship opened its lower bay. A massive projection appeared, a star map showing the Voidborn's advance. One by one, red stars turned black as entire systems were consumed. Thalan's eyes widened. So many, already gone. The woman nodded. This is your choice, Commander. Stand with us, or fall with the others. For the first time, Thalan realized the truth. Humanity had not returned for revenge. Humanity had returned to lead Commander. Thalan stared at the collapsing star map. Entire regions were turning black, one system after another. The Voidborn were not just attacking, they were erasing. No survivors. No signals. No warnings. The human commander spoke softly, but her voice carried the weight of destiny. This is why we returned. Not because the galaxy believed we were weak, but because the galaxy will need us strong. Before Thalan could answer, an alarm echoed across the Xyrox bridge. Commander, something huge detected behind the human fleet. Every officer quickly turned toward the viewing window. A second ripple spread across space, bigger than the first. A golden light burst open like a star, exploding in reverse. And then, the true size of Earth's power revealed itself. A colossal super dreadnought emerged, so massive it blocked half the scout ship's view. Its hull shone with ancient markings. Its engines released deep blue waves that made space itself tremble. Thalan's mouth went dry. This is no warship. This is a moving fortress. The human commander nodded. This is the Soul Ark, humanity's command ship. Built in silence, forged for one purpose: to stand between the galaxy and extinction. As the Xyrox crew watched, thousands of small drones launched from the Ark, spreading into formation like a metallic swarm of fireflies, each drone linked with the others, forming a vast defensive shield grid. Thallon whispered, "You've prepared all this. Alone?" "Yes," the human replied. "Because no one listened. Because no one believed." Thallon felt shame. His empire had ignored warnings for years. But now, Earth had returned, not defeated, not weak, but reborn as a superpower. The human commander stepped closer, her hologram steady. "Commander Thallon, the Voidborn have already entered your outer border." Thallon's blood froze. The war was no longer coming. The war was already here. The moment the human commander said the words, the entire Xyrox bridge fell silent. "The Voidborn have entered your borders." Commander Thallon felt a deep fear rise inside him. He turned to his officers. Their screens now showed massive dark shapes moving toward Xyrox space. Shapes so large they looked like floating shadows of planets. The human commander continued, "We detected them minutes ago. They cloaked themselves in darkness, but not from us anymore." Outside, Earth's Warfleet began to rearrange itself. Ships moved like they were part of a single mind, formations rotating, weapons powering up, engines glowing gold. It was not a fleet preparing for battle, it was a fleet welcoming it. The Soul Ark Humanity's massive command fortress opened its front gates. A bright golden sphere formed inside, spinning faster and faster. The light grew so strong that Thallon had to shield his eyes. "Commander," his officer shouted, "the Voidborn are entering visual range." And then they appeared. Gigantic black creatures made of swirling shadows, with glowing red cores like beating hearts. They didn't fly, they drifted through space like fog. Their very presence made the scout ship's lights flicker. One Voidborn turned its face. If it had a face toward the human fleet, the Soul Ark fired. A beam of golden energy blasted into the darkness, tearing space open like ripping cloth. The Voidborn let out a silent scream as it disintegrated in seconds. The Xyrax crew shouted in shock. Thallon whispered, "Humans can kill them?" The human commander nodded. "With allies, we can end them." The rest of the human fleet fired together. Golden beams, missiles of light, shockwaves that bent gravity. The Voidborn began to fall back, unable to break the wall of Earth's fire. Thallon watched, amazed. Humanity once counted out by the galaxy now stood as its shield. And in that moment, he understood, this was no longer Earth's war. This was the galaxy's war. And humanity had returned to lead it.